not quite as I don't know, as much in a gray area, like, or
Right.
it's just more efficient for people. Like as soon as you get discovery back between the two sides, you realize, okay, this should be settled, and this is where that settlement should be. So
Hmm.
yeah.
And if we notice something with Miss Brennerhoff's performance in the depositions, she's clearly more comfortable in deposition. They're more chatty because even with the objections, you still get to ask the question anyway. And I think she's a bit rusty in
All
the
right, all
courtroom,
right,
and
all right.
that
I think
comes
so.
across.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how to deal with
So first things
objections.
first,
So
let's
that's something.
Yeah. Yes, I really think so.
take this
um
clip in here.
yeah. Yeah, I would definitely agree. Hey, Brie.
Hey,
Hello.
hey, Bree.
Hey.
So Rick, you were about to say something.
I was going to say, in terms of strategy, I was thinking about today, and I was thinking about whether or not this day should have been first to open up Amber Heard's case.
Yep.
I don't know whether or not you all agree with that, but I was thinking that this puts you firmly in the muddy middle.
Hmm.
And then we don't have Amber Heard to evaluate yet. Maybe you're trying to avoid some cross questions on the rest of their case, I guess. But I would have, I
Alright,
would have
so
done
this
this
is where
first.
we want.
And maybe not Josh Drew, because I don't know that you want to run directly against the stuff you still remember from Johnny Depp's case.
Oh shit!
But
Hold
a
on.
lot of these that are saying this happened, I saw stuff, right? Because with Johnny Depp, what we thought was strong in his case is everybody saying I didn't see stuff. So you have Whitney say I saw stuff. You have the makeup artist say I saw stuff. You have this kind of thing where you say, all right, well now we're just,
Okay, now let's grab a
who's
still.
right and who's wrong. And again, muddy middle wise, you're trying to win a defamation case. And if you can't get up to falsity, then you don't win. And
Hmm.
so I would have done that because, again, I don't know whether they underestimated how badly Amber would sound, or whether it was Amber's choice or what have you. I just think that was such a bad day for her. I evaluate all of this stuff through the lens of, yeah, but I don't believe her. Like
I do.
I
Yeah,
can
Let's
still
yeah,
put
remember
that
her saying
as.
this stuff, and I don't believe her.
yeah.
So
I can still
I
remember the things that they are saying, that I have a central narrative to compare each of these individuals to. I think it
yeah.
would have been harder to remember each of the individual details and then to go back to Amber. So like you would have to rely on your notes quite a bit more, rather than now it's like, well, wait a minute, that's not what she said before. She
Right.
said this, she
Right.
said
straight
that in
up,
these various incidents.
I have to disagree with both of you.
hey,
Really?
that's
Okay.
what
Yeah.
Okay.
you're here
Okay.
for,
Okay.
Yeah.
Natalie.
Yeah.
I think the reason that you've got people that are teamed up that are feeling really
Alright.
not so great right now is because
Let's
this was
save
an
this
effective
as
strategy. They knew going into this. They've seen her in depositions. They know about her
background.
UK testimony. We've all seen her depots. They're terrible. She's a
Okay,
horrible
so that
witness.
gives us
She's
a
a
background.
person who's not easy to like
Cool.
or to relate to.
So then
And
we don't
so
need any
what
more
they're
of that.
saying
So we're
is,
gonna.
okay,
So what I
forget
did
how bad
here.
my client is. Look at all these other people that
Let me
even
mute
though
this for a
she
second. Shit. I don't want to
kind of
pause it. I want to
sucks,
mute it.
heard everything that was said before.
So what I'm doing is making a video version of this. Essentially. Hold on, let me find one. Where's a good one? Where's a good one? I had this idea, and I thought, I wonder if I could pull this off. And then I got After Effects, and this. Not as many arms. I'm not going to have as many arms. I'm only going to have 6 of them. But this is what I'm making, essentially. A video rap version of this. So let's get back to it. So what I did was I filmed this shot here, single shot. I made sure to get everything that I thought I needed in one take, so that I was standing in the same place the whole time. So I got a plate, empty, cool. That gives us a lot of freedom. Here's the first shot. There's going to be my upper arms. I'm reading a book and I'm taking pictures. Fun times. So we now need to divide this clip up into the multiple takes.
I was like, well, I mean, we all saw the strainy face with no
Trying to
tears
squeeze
coming
out
out.
tears. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dry
yeah.
cry. As I told you.
Looking like Lindsay Bluth.
Turn
yeah.
that down a little bit.
Yeah,
Heck
and
yeah.
that is okay.
Yeah,
that
well,
was
it
a
is interesting
bad
that you
comment
said
for
that-
Amber.
It is interesting that Georgia, because that's in the deposition on Amber Heard's side, because she's trying to establish that that she can recognize the difference between fake and not in real life when she's testifying as to what she's crying about then. But all we can
So
think
when you
about
get
is
the
what we
start of
just saw,
this,
48 hours ago, and it's like, yep, that sure looked like she was acting.
Was that 48 hours ago? Lol.
The days blend
Becomes
together.
a blur. And that's
cut
it.
that.
That's it. It's
Cut
gonna
that.
be a blur
Cut
by the end
that.
of the trial, how bad she was. They couldn't have her at the end. She was
Yeah.
terrible.
No.
But
I
you,
think-
yeah,
They remember
okay.
the non-crying.
Yeah,
I
I
find
would
it
say
convincing.
If you got
Natalie.
this show, I mean, you have no choice. Put her on. Put
you
your
got-
your stronger case on at the end, and hope everyone forgot about the fact that Amber Heard testified at some point.
Well, no
Yeah.
pun intended, which is a complete lie. But if you've got a turd in your punch bowl, you have to figure out where you're going to put it.
Uh-huh.
And it's and yeah, I don't think there's a great place to put Amber Heard, to be honest. My problem is that I wind up evaluating what would have been to me a much stronger day, and saying, well, I don't agree. Like none of this really makes sense to me, and I can still remember Amber Heard. But Natalie, I think you're probably right over me. I will yield to you and your litigatory experience there. I look at it and say,
All right.
man, she was awful, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I here's the thing. Whether it works or not remains to be seen. I just
Okay,
think that
so we get the
attorney
first cut.
intentionally did this, and it wasn't a mistake. It was a strategy.
Sure.
And, or it could have been the wrong strategy, but I think it's a good strategy because she is probably one of the worst witnesses I've ever seen on the stand. I mean,
She was
she's
awful.
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also
She's
feel
terrible.
like the other witnesses, wouldn't they be a lot more forgettable? I know they're saying good things for Amber, but I think Amber, the way she acted on the stand, would just be memorable.
These
Like,
can be
they
my
just
lower
don't believe
arms.
her. Who cares what these other people say?
On the plus
Like I
side,
said,
Amber
I
set
don't know
the
what you do
bar
with her.
so low. You know,
Yeah.
it was impossible
Let me-
for other people not to meet it. So maybe that was
Well,
the
let me-
strategy.
Let me get
All the time.
another couple. Let me get another
Sorry.
couple super chats here. No. This is such great discussion. Colleen Kaufman says, "Love. Thank you for your generous super chat. Says, love hearing all of the different opinions and the hypotheticals and devil's advocate positions that make us think more. That is the best part of watching you all and how we learn not only about the law but about others and ourselves. Thank you all. Thank you. Very kind
Colleen,
of you. And
I love that super chat so much. Thank you.
me too. Me too. It really strikes right to my heart because this is
All right.
what we are all
B.
about here.
You
Heidi
get rid of
Farrington,
this.
Thank you for your very generous super chat. It says, question: do you guys remember hearing JD saying when he restrained Amber Heard, their heads may have bumped?
He
Yes,
admitted that. He
Yeah.
admitted that.
yes,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
absolutely. And that's the thing here too, is that like the best that Amber can get out of any of these witnesses that seem credible is that they saw bruises, they saw injuries. They cannot, they could not possibly extend that out to say, I saw
Right.
him hit her, I saw him do this, I saw him do that. They have no idea, as far as they're concerned, they have no idea where those marks came from. If those are
We gotta go back to
real.
this. Mute that. Go back in here.
Light work, yeah. Light work, yeah. Body dripping like she had a pipe burst. Get it fixing in myself, stains on my white shirt. Like my light work, yeah. Light work, yeah.
I'm gonna cut therapy. We don't need this. Get rid of that.
Light work, yeah. Body dripping like she had a pipe burst. Get it fixing in myself, stains on my white shirt. Like Mike, get the jumpers, do the laces tighter. Got another fixer up and next door, I'm high foot.
Don't need anything else. X. Let's minimize this. Go back to beginning. All right, so we got our 3 separate layers. Boom. Oh no. Right? Okay, so let's slide these all over here. Boom, 1. Boom, 2. And 3. So minimize or hide those for a second.
Light work, yeah. Body dripping like she had a pipe burst. Get it fixing it myself, stains on my white shirt. Like Mike, get the jumpers, do the laces tighter. Another fixer up and next door, I'm hyped for it.
Okay. So we now have
fair that she recognizes what isn't her
3.
work
We
as
got
far
this
as
divided
going
up into
through,
3 different
but
clips,
lip
which is
looked
what we
like
needed.
broken skin biting, not split. Also, saying a light headbutt seemed very specific.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in terms of asserting what it was, that came from Amber. I mean, like, there's so many obvious times when something comes from Amber in these witness statements. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Light work, yeah.
Keeping a running
Body dripping like she had a pipe burst. Get it fixing it myself, stains on my white shirt. Like Mike, get the jumpers, do the laces tighter. Got another fixer up and next door, I'm hyped for
between Amber and the acting coach. The stair story is different.
light work, yeah. Body dripping like she had a pipe burst. Get it fixing it myself, stains on my white shirt. Like Mike, get the jumpers, do the laces tighter. Got another fixer up and next door, I'm hyped for it.
Rocky, because Rocky doesn't testify to that at all.
And
And you get
Io,
some more
right?
specific-
Io also.
Okay.
And someone else.
One of them
Is it-
says that they're like, one of them describes them as holding each other and hugging, which is more than what
Rocky
Amber
was the one
said.
that said that they were like
All
sharing.
right, so
a
let's
chair
create
and,
some
like, ended up
folders.
Actually hugging.
Okay.
Right.
And then
Because I think Amber is like, she
New.
leaned on my shoulder or something like that.
Yeah,
like there's a difference in degree.
yeah, Amber minimizes the contact.
Right, because she wants to.
Doc
because she's trying to say
Strange.
Johnny Depp is acting
It's
irrationally.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. He's seeing things that aren't real, essentially.
And then the
Doc
still
Strange
blind,
TikTok.
The husband, Rocky's
All right, so
husband,
let's we'll
that's
save
still
this in
blind,
that
that
folder.
differs from the body camera.
Videos, Doc
Right.
Strange.
Yes.
This one
but
will
then
be
you also
saved
have,
as rap
Liz
take.
Mars. There's an issue with what she's saying when she's asked.
save
about
that.
Says the line isn't there.
we
She
don't
was
need
talking
these
about
audios.
line in PH5.
Okay.
Hold on, we
testimony.
don't need
You'll have
those
to look at that
audios.
one,
We
because
can
that
use
was very
keep
fast.
that one.
And I think it's fast because the questioner moves on very quickly when she says,
Export
"No,
that.
I didn't see that stain."
So we are going
People
to
flying by.
essentially bring
Like,
these
okay.
3
That was
layers
Amber
into
attorney that
Adobe
was
After
questioning her
Effects.
on
Yes,
that
yeah.
then. Okay.
That's
You
what
know,
we're gonna
as
do.
soon
We're
as
gonna
she
bring
says
these
that,
3
it's
layers
next.
in there.
I'm like, oh,
This one
wait,
being the
hold on.
top,
I would like
and then
I don't want any
get
of you
rid of
guys
all
to
this
comment on
stuff
this, but, Liz,
on the ground.
you
That's
guys
the
be
easiest
absolutely
part.
quiet. Liz
And then we're
Mars-
gonna add my arms
Oh my goodness, that the lady
behind
with the
me
dark
from the
hair,
other 2
it just-
shots.
it just caught me
Might be a
off
lot of
guard. I was
keyframing,
like, oh
but
my goodness, what a
we'll see.
beautiful
We'll see how this goes.
Wait. How come
No,
we
no,
don't get
she
the
said we're
camera?
not allowed.
Let's go.
No,
Let's
Is it
go.
not-
I think
Because
Natalie.
they're gonna eat you up in the comment section.
The
Every time
idea
you
that I
comment
had,
on
and
someone's look,
we're gonna see. We're gonna test it.
I mean, I couldn't disagree more. I mean, I just found her to be hideous and repulsive. And I don't know what to do with her at all. Is that what the chat likes to hear?
I think we should have a rule. Once
All right,
per day,
let's,
each panelist can tell
boom.
The rest of the panelists they just have to listen to them and don't talk.
Let's do weights.
We'll have a buzzer. Oh, no, we'll have a couch logo.
I love
Have a
you.
couch logo.
I love you.
Weights
Because
take.
a male panelist says anything about a woman, they are just like, it's sexist. And I'm
No,
like,
Natalie's trying to protect us, gentlemen. I agree.
I mean,
I can't
have,
even
I
remember
have
what
no
you look
problem with. Honestly, so
Export that. And the reason we're doing this is just because it's easier. I honestly, I haven't used After Effects in years, besides yesterday.
and I don't like that of the witnesses.
And I forget how to cut and do all that stuff. And also, I'm working with 5K footage,
I
so
don't understand because I
it's
so
just
here's the
easier
basic
to
thing.
not
Having
work
had
with
a
5K
baby,
footage and
go.
Yes, that
render
woman
it
had a
out
baby 2 weeks
as
ago. She looks fantastic.
HD.
All right. I'm willing to go out on a
her-
limb there. I'm not
okay.
going to say anything else. But 2
Well,
months
Did she
ago,
say
come
it
on
was
now.
her third child?
She
Or
said
second? I don't
she-
know.
Second?
We'll do this as
Okay,
book.
okay.
Technically
But her
speaking-
second child. That's hard. That's a lot of.
Let's see if this
that's
works.
hard on a woman's body. Okay,
And she's
like
not
that is a
moving.
legit miracle that has happened
Let's see if
over
this
the
works.
last 12 months, right? 10 months plus 2, 10 months to cook a baby plus 2, like 12 months of a miracle happening in her body. Please, 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 guys, come on. Come on.
All right.
Fine.
So
Now let's get
you know,
into here.
That is something that I personally don't really like very much, but you know,
New project.
yeah. But
I didn't
Don't
even see
save.
it, but yeah, that's
derogatory
crazy.
comments,
see it either.
New
derogatory comments
composition.
about
Oh,
a
cancel.
witness's, you know, weight or appearance. I don't personally like. I'm just going to say that. If they are positive comments about someone's appearance, I am way more likely to let that pass because compliments are nice.
Yeah, I just
What I was
I,
We
the
need
only
more
thing I
compliments
saw
in the
was
world.
Okay.
some of the male
So let's
attorneys
do
saying how good looking certain people were, and
book
then people
take.
were like, "You're so sexist," and I'm like,
And
"That
rap
person
take
is
over
so
that.
okay."
And it wasn't even a comment about her looks. as I
Then
explained that I had to
rap
explain
take
the
over
joke
that.
in Legal Bites. It wasn't even about her looks, which made it even worse.
And then let's go back
I
to
need to
well,
lighten up for crying out loud.
pictures.
I did it on my channel. I called a judge cute, a judge that I will never appear in front of in another state, and
Yeah.
this judge is undeniably cute. And I said, you know what makes this video a little better is this judge is a cutie. That's it. G-rated.
Yeah.
Peggy Reardon,
Absolute
I
insanity.
see your,
I told them
yeah, I
all,
see your,
pound stand, go to another channel if you can handle that. I can't
Alright.
take it.
Peggy Reardon, I see the super chat here about mods. If you would DM me if you would like.
so
to
the
be mod.
shadow's a little different.
So
What else are we noticing?
but yeah. I will say, like, you know, I understand that we have varying levels of sensitivity.
Wait, why is that
and
like that?
I do know that sometimes
Oh, I
comments
see.
here and there can go a little
Okay,
too
so
far.
let's
We're
take
all
them.
figuring out where the line is, okay?
Oh no, wait.
So, but
Delete that.
you know, we're having a little
Wait,
bit of a conversation
take.
about it, that's all. But I think that positive comments are good, and negative comments are the ones that I tend to dislike. So.
I don't know what you're talking about. I want Natalie to come over to my channel and just sit in the corner and know what I'm going to say and say, "Oh no, don't."
All right, so let's start off easiest thing
You don't
here.
wanna- you don't want to say
Rap
that one.
take.
But thanks, Natalie.
Mask this shit out.
Oh, did James just tweet that he wants to be on the stream? Yeah,
James
I will
wants
100%.
to be on all streams. He tweeted that he would
yeah.
like to be invited somewhere.
Okay. Yeah. No, 100%. He's totally invited here. The only reason why I hadn't before was 'cause I didn't.
Now that
have
mask, all that does is
him
keep
directly
that stuff,
today,
so we need to invert it.
before today. And also, Rob said that he didn't really want to or something. So
He said
Also,
that
let's
James is
feather that
necessary
slightly.
he's concerned about camera time, but you got to learn sometime, James. You might as well learn here.
yeah, we'll be friendly. We'll be friends.
We didn't get any MMA fighters in the stream today, so we'll work on that. But
So, all right. Should we get some super chat questions here?
hit us.
I think.
Yes,
Let's do it.
of
Let's do
course.
it.
Alright,
And also.
so I
shout
think
out
we
to
got that.
Squirrel, who is in fact a serious mod. I appreciate you.
Fantastic. So that hides the fact that we're
Squirrel is everywhere simultaneously.
doing this.
He's in
Yes.
the LawTube multiverse of madness.
Yeah.
Now, why did we get a plate
Yes,
beyond
yes,
that
yes.
reason? Let me think this through here.
all
Hold on, I
right.
gotta shut these people up.
Grifton.
Gotta shut those people up. They're not helping me. Oh, right, that's why. Okay, so let's turn on the book take. And we need to do a mask here. Boom, 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 boom. Right, okay. And let's invert that because we don't want to duplicate the body. We just want to duplicate the arms. That's what we have here. Okay, so let's do the same thing here. Boom. And this should all be pretty simple because I'm standing in one place. Now there might be an issue. Okay, I guess what we should do is feather it slightly. But we also need to well, let's wait on that. Okay, so here's what we got. Boom. Do a rough mask on me here. Oh no. Let's do another mask.
Light work, yeah. Body dripping like she had a pipe burst. Get it fixing it myself. Stay.
I'm not staying within that mask. But for some reason, the mask doesn't care. What? There's got to be a reason for that. Yeah, fuck, that's gonna take some serious keying. Or will it? Let me think this through. Let's try something else. Let's try this. Bring that down back here. Closing that.
Tell stains on my white shirt, like Mike, get the joke. Jumpers do the laces tighter. Got another fixer up in next door. I'm hyped for it.
Huh. Yeah, now there's where we're gonna have problems. Howdy. Alright, so. Okay, well, let's just adjust this mask, I guess. How you doing? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. What the hell did I do? Not what I wanted to do. Okay, let's try this. Let's delete this. Let's do something different. We're trying different things here. Alright, and let's feather it. Alright, so we got one arm. We got one arm here. Honestly, we probably don't need to go that low. Go up a little bit. There we go. Let's get the other arm. Shrink that. I don't. Ah, shit. Just temporarily invert that. All right. Let's see here. How do I do this? I know how to do it accidentally. I know how to do this accidentally. How do I do it on purpose? This might be the easiest way to do this. Okay, I figured it out now. Alright, so what do we have so far?
Light work, yeah. Body dripping like she had a pipe burst. Get it fixing in myself, stains on my white shirt. Like Mike, get the jumpers, do the laces tighter. Got another fixer up and next door, I'm hyped for.
Okay, a couple things. So there are instances like where? Here, I guess, that doesn't cover it. Okay. So that should work for that. Let's just run it through.
Light work, yeah. Body dripping like she had a pipe burst. Get it fixed.
Don't worry that the arms are in front
on my
of me,
white shirt. Like Mike, get the jumpers,
because
do
you're
the
going to be
laces
behind
tighter.
me.
Got another fixer up and next door. I'm hyped for it. Light.
Ah. Okay, so that's going to be something to take into account later on. Now, weight take. Let's delete that. Boom. Well, before we do this, where we go? Range of motion? Okay. Alright. So we now have forearms.
Yeah. Body dripping like she had a pipe
Shit.
burst. Get it.
Okay, so we gotta we gotta adjust that mask because it does not cover. Shit, we're gonna have to do a lot of keyframing. Oh my goodness.
Get it fixing it myself, stains on my white shirt. Like Mike, get the jumpers, do the laces tighter. Got another fixer up.
Okay, we gotta move this out here too. No problem. No problem. Let's feather both of these a little bit. I think we can. Because my shoulders are in on these, I don't think we'll have a problem. Let's just check. Yeah, I don't think we'll have a problem with that. Frustrating, but it is what it is. Now if we turn this on and we make another mask on this layer, so we go boom, zoom in a little bit, boom, 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 boom. Not that. We're still gonna have to keyframe, I guess. What? Let's watch a video on how to smart mask. Rotobrush. Rotobrush.
Today I'm
What's
going
it?
to talk about what rotoscoping or rotobrushing is in general and the big difference between rotoscoping and masking, and also the benefits of the Rotobrush 2.0 update Adobe just launched. So I guess most of you guys already know what masking is and how it works. Rotoscoping basically has the same effect. You can separate parts from your image, but it works more automatically. Especially Rotoscope 2 is a big improvement compared to the first version. It works with machine learning, so it's very precise and you can save a lot of time with it. While you have to move
let's
the
save a
mask
lot of
frame
time.
by
That'd be
frame
sick,
manually,
dude.
rotoscoping automatically recognizes the edges of the subject. Rotoscoping automatically recognizes the edges of the rotoscoping automatically recognizes the edges recognizes. I have to read it from my laptop. While you have to move the mask from frame to frame manually, rotoscoping recognizes the edges of your object and does it automatically. You can import your clip in After Effects. So first go to the Adobe Cloud, go to the Beta Apps tab and click on After Effects Beta. Then drag the clip into the composition window. Now, very important step, just double click on the like button first. Great. If you double click on the like button,
Oh my god, this guy's boring
it's
me.
actually a no like again. No likes? And then double click on the composition window to open the layer window. In the layer window, you basically do stuff like rotoscoping, or you can use a paintbrush to paint on your layer directly. If you want to use the Rotobrush tool, it's necessary to work in this window. Once you're on
Okay. So let's do that. Let's take this mask. Let's delete that. This mask. We'll delete that as well. So, when was that? And then how do we do this?
the layer window, you can go on the top left corner of After Effects and click on the Rotobrush tool. Now the fun part starts. Go to the first frame in the layer window and start using the Rotobrush. So just draw a mark around the subject you want to extract.
Okay. Rotobrush. Oh shit, that's not a... Son of a bitch, this isn't gonna work as easily as I thought. First frame. Son of a bitch. Undo all of that. God damn it. Alright. That's roughly what I want.
It's just necessary to paint a rough outline. It works better if there is any color contrast between the subject and the background,
Good to know.
or just contrast in brightness. As soon as you are finished with the drawing part, the program should outline your subject automatically. If it was missing something, you can correct it by either painting with green to extend the area, or painting with a red mark to take something away.
Okay. Okay. Here with red? No. What? Ay, ay, ay. But we ain't looking so hot. What? Hold on. Well, this doesn't make any sense to me. Full resolution. Okay. For best results. View resolution. View resolution full. Okay, cool. So we're getting the best results possible and we still have dog shit. Good to know. Good to know. Right, it would suck if to make this easier for myself I had to go refilm it. But it would suck more, I guess, to keyframe all this shit.
I work, 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 I.
How does one unfreeze? Huh. Oh, what's going on here?
Away from the area. If you are painting in green, everything what's like outside of the thing you are painted is going to be selected. And if you are painting in red, it just takes away.
Yeah, and how do I paint in red?
Stuff. So green is adding something.
Yep.
And red is taking something away.
Very cool.
To get the red marker, you just have to press Alt and the left mouse key.
That's the information I needed. Be cool to just get rid of some of this stuff here. Unfreeze to update. Oh, now I can update. Oh my god, I'm updating it. Look at me go. What a wild ride we're going on. Whoops. Oh my god. This is everything I dreamed of and more. What else can we do? Get some crutchel. Very nice. Very nice. Maybe some of that. Let's try this. Frustrating. All right, let's say Let's just give it a whirl,
while
why don't we?
drawing on the layer. For very fine parts of the images, like hairs for example, you can use the Define Edges tool and draw around the already selected edges of the layer again. Now this alpha channel appears and you can see the very fine hairs in it. So it's very useful, yeah, for stuff like...
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Wow. Maybe we'll just do this around the whole thing. All right, let's
Already got that. SRB says, will there be any gotcha moments during these video segments, or is it just going to be boring all the way through? It was boring all the way through. I'm
I just
sorry.
like I like the framing there. They're
Yeah,
just gonna
will
suck
there
the
be?
whole time.
This is just going to suck, right? Yeah, it's going to suck to suck. Sorry. Taffy says, thank you again for
Only
the
7 more
super
days
chat.
of this, right?
No, four,
One?
five
Five.
court days.
Five
And
plus
everybody's
closing.
excited about closing argument day. All right,
Yes.
I mean closing
Yes.
argument
Close
day.
argument
Get your
day.
fireworks ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's next Friday.
Question from Taffy says, there's a letter from Whitney's friend asking why Whitney is lying for Amber when she had abused Whitney and spoken only in the office about her defending Johnny on the stairs. Is there a way this can be brought in? Thank you. I have seen
That's
the
gotta be
tweet.
Howell.
Folks
Okay.
sent it to me.
So many people sent me.
So let's
like hairs, or if you want to rotobrush a tree or something, but probably a tree is not the best subject to rotoscope. It's very important that the mask on the first frame is as accurate as possible, because After Effects is using this frame as a reference for the rest. So if you mess up the first frame, probably the rest will also be a mess. To use a new version of Rotoscope, Rotoscope 2, just go to the effect controls and make sure to select 2.0. Also,
okay, effect controls. Effect controls. It appears I don't have an option. Where's this man saying an option? Version? Oh, scheiße.
so make
don't
sure
have
to
an
put the
option.
quality on best. Now the program will go through
Okay. Quality. What the hell? I don't have an option, I guess.
through a higher amount of pixels, and the mask is more precise later on. But it's also more intensive for the hardware. So if you have just a very slow computer, I wouldn't recommend it, but it gives you a better result, alright? Just leave the rest in the default settings. Now you can just press space and let the program do the
I work. Yeah. Body dripping like she had a
Fuck.
burst. Get it in myself, stains on my white shirt. Like Mike, get the jumpers, do the laces tighter. Got another fixer up and next door, I'm high foot. I work, yeah. Body dripping like she had a pipe burst. I work, yeah. Body dripping like she had a pipe burst. Get it fixing in myself. Stains on my white shirt.
Ay, 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 ay.
Jumpers through the laces tighter. Got another fixer up and next door, I'm high foot. I work, yeah. Body dripping like she had a pipe burst. Get it fixing in myself, stains on my white shirt. Like Mike, get the jumpers, do the laces tighter. Got another fixer up and next door, I'm
Okay, cool. So we got that done perfectly.
the rest.
It
As soon
worked
the program
perfectly.
went through the whole sequence, you can press page up or page down to go through the footage. Now you can check if the program did well. As soon you are done and the mask fits perfectly, you can press on the freeze button. This will save the whole animated rotobrush.
Fantastic. Okay, so we do freeze. It's freezing 301 frames. Yeah, I see nothing wrong with this godforsaken shit. I tell you what. Yeah, I think I need to re-record this. Certainly can. Certainly have enough time. But I think that's what this is going to come down to, is me re-recording this properly. Because this is not going to be beneficial at all, really. I can't imagine.
Saying, at the start of the day today, the jury was 100% checked out. Like, they were not caring about anything. They just wanted to leave. They just had these expressions that basically said, why are we still having a trial? Aren't we done yet?
That's what I thought.
Which, for Amber Heard's team, is the worst thing, because the only way they get there is if they really hated Amber Heard's testimony and thought she had been entirely slaughtered on cross. So what happened when they put Mr. Drew on is I saw people wake up a little bit and start taking notes again and so the problem that Amber Heard's had is that she's got this sort of circle of people who look kind of like they're parasites and kind of like weaselly, but he comes off as charismatic and he comes off as even-handed. And, you know, there's all sorts of problems with his testimony that they can later, you know, that I'm hopeful that the DEP team can then later make some hay out of. But those aren't, like, they haven't done that yet because it's not their time to do that. So for right now, that guy came off and gave at least a little bit of credibility to Amber Heard's team, because at least there's somebody likable in that group.
You talking about Rocky's ex-husband?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I mean, Rocky was not likable. None of the sort of other Amber Heardites were terribly likable. He's the only person who actually seems like somebody you might listen to. So it got them thinking or acting like, hey, there's more to this. This could actually be a real trial, and taking notes again. And that is, for Amber Heard's team, a massive victory. From going from, jurors think we are done here and and we've lost, to jurors think that this is a trial still. That is, it's like if you're down by 12 goals at a hockey game and you get up to 9 goals, you're still 3 behind. But at least, it's not like, at least there's a possibility at that point.
Right. So I have a question. Was that consistent across the entire jury, or was it different levels for men versus women? Because I'm wondering if men were identifying more with Josh and his vibe a little bit, or what?
There's different jurors, and each of the jurors seems to have their own personality. A lot of them are fairly poker faced. Juror I actually seemed to like him for a bit until he started leaning into pro Amber. Juror I think I don't think they're going to get Juror I on board. And so if Juror I is on the final jury panel, I think they've got a problem. Unless I've badly misread this guy, I don't think he's even entertaining the possibility that Amber could be a decent person.
Wow.
Like that, I don't think is even just within his consideration anymore. He just sits there and makes, like, whenever Amber Heard's team is making an argument, he's sort of got this expression of like, why do I have to listen to this? And he's done with it. He's just like, seriously is kind of his resting expression. There have been times today when he has looked like he's gonna just curl up and have a nap. Like he's literally put his head to the side and closed his eyes. And I think he might have actually been asleep for a couple of minutes.
Oh my gosh.
So, that's a pretty big level of checked out in terms of, he's already made his decision and he's not really interested in moving from it. But there are some other jurors
I think I know how to
who are very
reshoot this
much
to do it
active
better.
and sort of more interested
That's what I'm
in what's
gonna
going
do.
on. And those jurors, I think, are
No
a
sense
bit
in
of a
rendering this
bigger
out.
wild card in terms of what happens.
All right, I
But a
will
lot
be
of them
back
were,
once I've reshot
at the
this.
start of the day,